Welcome back to another video here on the Bannock Industries YouTube channel. Now we are continuing work on our 2000 Ford Ranger. In the last video you may have seen we rebuilt the front winch plate and cross member. We shortened the frame and made our rear bumper now work again. Re-welded our eyes on for the shackles. Now today we are building the roll cage. So we have 1 3/4 120 wall tubing. So me and Jake are going to cut it. We're going to be using that big blue bender right there. It's a ram style bender, and we'll be building our cage. So what we're going to do first is we got to work on the main hoop that'll sit at the back. It'll come up, make this 14-degree bend, come up, make a 76-degree bend, and then we'll make it work on the same, make it the same on each side. Try to build our hoop that we need, but we're gonna start by we're gonna cut a 2-foot length of tubing, and then, because we have the option, we have a 6-inch die, which is in here, and we have this big 8-inch die here. And if we can, we'd like to use the 8-inch die, just to make our corners look a little better. It'll look prettier, and yeah. So we've taken some measurements already, but we have to get this quick bend just so we can see what kind of bend we'll be working with, and then we'll show you guys kind of how that's going to fit into the cab. All right, so with our ram style bender here, that's the kind of bend we got. And that is our 76-degree bend. That is pretty much what we're looking for here. This is just a tester so we can see where we need to mark, but I think that's pretty fucking perfect. What do you think, Jake?
I think that's right on the money.
And with this, it's gonna kink, or it's gonna indent the inside of the bend, just a style of bender, but it's plenty strong and it doesn't hurt the pipe at all. So,
and it doesn't really look awkward either.
So what we did here is we found center on our die. We've marked it so we have a good line of reference when we're lining up our tubing. That just kind of, everything will come together. So that's good. We also we did our 76-degree bend, and then we did a slight 14-degree bend. Made sure that our bends are nice, and then we can actually go and kind of figure out where center is going to be here. So I plotted everything on our computer over there, but we've also drawn it on paper here. So from the center bar, we're going to go out 20.75 inches. That'll be a mark. That'll be a 76-degree bend. Then from there, it's 18.6 inches from this bend out to our 14. We'll have it marked there, and then we're going to make it. We know we're 25 inches down, but we're going to leave those a little bit longer because we can always cut and just make it perfect when we need it. So we're going to go ahead, cut a 135-inch piece. We'll mark it, and then we'll get to bending. Okay, so we made a little mistake here. We're going ahead, we're going to cut a new piece for our main hoop. Now, our bends actually turned out really nice. The one did end up kinking, so we weren't too happy with that to begin with. And then we figured out that we made these too long. So we made them 18.6 inches. And they should be about 16.5. So we're going to go ahead, cut a new piece, mark this out, and bend again. Even though we kind of had that one already fucked, we just wanted to bend it, make sure that we knew what we were doing, because I can always cut this up and use this for gusseting. So we have lots of tubing. We want to make sure it's right, because this is the backbone of the whole thing. So we're going to do this. We'll time lapse again what we're doing and then show you once it's in. So there we go. After 4 attempts and about 4 hours, we now have our rear roll bar in place. So it is really dark. We'll try and brighten this up for you. There, she's in. It's nice and tight. So it's perfectly vertical or perpendicular to the frame. It is level. It's tucked up here really, really tight, which is what we wanted. It's half welded at the bottom. Just for now, we'll do that until we pull the cab off. But we had some issues with our tubing bender. So these are the failures of our day. What it was doing was it was actually kinking instead of rolling the tube. So we had one that it actually was good. And then we had just a bunch of kinks. So it really sucks. We tried to make it work, but we just couldn't. What we ended up having, yeah, there's some leaks going on here, but we were low on pressure, so it wasn't squishing the tubing like it should have, and that's what caused our issue. But we got the back roll bar in. We're hungry as hell, so we're gonna go have some steak. We'll come back and we'll do more cage here tonight. Okay. So we have our main hoop in. Now what we're going to work on is we're going to come from the hoop, we're going to come across to our A-pillar, come down our A-pillar, and then down there to our frame rail, or cab rail. We're going to build those, and then we're going to make 2 identical, one for that side, one for this side. We'll get them tacked in, and then we'll work on crossbar here, and then probably that'll be it for tonight, so we'll get to work. Okay, update here on what we've gotten done. From the front, we have our, I don't know, we'll call them rollover windshield bars in place. Those were actually really easy to do. We have our top windshield bar in. We also have the lower windshield bar. Now this, we did 3 bends. It was a 20 and then some 25s on each end. The top, it's pretty much just a 20 and then a slight 5-degree bend in the center. But it's all welded. The rollover bars or crash bars, whatever you want to call them, they're fully welded. We got most of these other ones welded in as well. Just when we go, we'll pull the cage and that'll give us access. We'll get everything else like these top corner ones all welded in, but looking really good. So come back next video, we'll be tackling harness bar. So we'll be running one right there. We have to cross in our roofs. We'll be adding a bunch of gussets, then we'll be doing some like side crash bars on the door, and then probably working on rollover stuff, getting out of the cab. So thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.